I love slapstick. I've always loved the Three Stooges where they're poking each other,
Love 'em.
and Leslie Nielsen and those slapstick movies. So
Yes.
people are getting hurt, but you're laughing your ass off. You can't help yourself.
There's something intrinsically funny about other people injuring themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
You are listening to Tom and Larry on the radio, internet radio, that is. But here they are, live. And guys, we're going to talk now about the future for the show. Where do you want to see it go?
Well, right now we do an hour a day, okay, and we've had a lot of requests to do more content, maybe to extend it to 2 hours or something like that. So all these things are kind of on the board. In terms of the show itself, it's kind of an organic thing, so it kind of flows. We have guests, we have calls, we switch up topics or whatever depending on what's going on. So it's all kind of live, free form stuff. So it could go anywhere, really.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I don't even think we know where it could go.
No.
Like, do you have meetings? Now you have a little bit more time in the morning before you go on the air, because you know how all stations have meetings and planning, and we're going to do this and this tomorrow. Is that done with you?
One of the features of what we do and why it works, and this has been from day one, is that we don't really tell each other what we're going to bring up. And that's been the spontaneity, that's resulted in the spontaneity that you hear on the air and the stuff that gets off the wall and gets into the stream of consciousness. Because he doesn't know, if you came to our prep meeting, you'd see two silent guys sitting across from each other, not chuckling to ourselves, but not telling the other what we're going to do.
Because we each think individually we're really funny. Like I think I'm funny, he thinks he's funny.
Some things don't change, do they?
Well, I carry the freight, of course.
Well, you know what? This is kind of interesting because now we are so immersed in social media. So it's not like what we used to hear on the radio. We used to hear it on the radio first or read it in the newspaper.
Right.
Now we see it on Twitter. Now it's gone viral, a video on YouTube, and we take that as face value. And we've seen it explode, and it's not always what you see is the truth.
Right.
So being from the old era of radio first and making sure that you're getting the right message out, how important is that? Still important to both of you? I know you're having fun, but.
Well, it's funny, we mentioned on, I think it was yesterday's show, talking about a story or whatever. And part of the deal is, I never back anything up with facts. Larry, we don't like the facts to get in the way, really.
I'm a bit of a fact checker. But that's, again, the magic, right? So, I'll take him on for that if that's the case.
Yes.
Right?
So we really don't actually put any importance whatsoever into that sort of, that serious stuff behind it, right? It's just whatever happens.
I've done journalism, and I can do that, but that's not what we do. We're an entertainment show, right? And we're an entertainment show in a new medium that allows us the freedom to just kind of do it our way. So,
Well, and I think there's a freshness now because we see both of you having a wealth of knowledge, but you're putting a spin on it, right? That's accessible, and that's increasing baby boomers to listen and get with it too. And we're gonna go now with you, Larry, writing this expose autobiography. Everything you wanted to know about Tom and Larry and others.
Yeah, the book is called My Word, which was a catchphrase that I used to use in the early days of Tom and Larry because he'd throw me off guard so much. I go, my word! And I to this day, people walk up to me and I don't know who the heck they are, and they go, my word! Right? So I thought that's got to be the title of the book. So it's my life story. Okay, it's a warts and all tale. It's not a laugh riot, but there are parts of it that definitely are, and it's usually the parts that involve Tom. But hey. You can't write a book like that, and the memoir isn't a memoir if it doesn't show both your successes, your failures, your weaknesses, your successes. Other than that, it's dishonest, right? So that's what we're trying for here. So.
And for you, Tom?
Well, I'll be hosting the book signing at McNally Robinson.
And taking any underside money for movie rights, right?
Well, as a matter of fact, we were talking about the movie yesterday. Now, Larry's too modest, but there's so many great stories. I've read excerpts of the book.
Yeah.
And Larry and I, had, probably 10 years where we created enough stories for about 10 books. And this is all off the air stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So the stuff you'll be reading in here, there's a movie in there for sure.
Yeah.
The modest guy says, well, no, there's not. We already talked about who's going to play us.
Yeah.
Well,
I
and
want
who would that be?
Wahlberg. I love Mark Wahlberg. I got a man crush on Mark Wahlberg.
And somebody said that John Lithgow should play me.
Yeah, I see that.
But the whole idea of writing a memoir is people say, well, there's a bit of hubris there. My God, who are you? It's not that so much as I felt my story was so unusual that it might not have been told in the same way before. You know, a guy who from the age of 10 wanted to be a preacher, and then I just doglegged so suddenly into this life of debauchery that, because that's what it was. And I just thought it was an unusual enough story that it was worth telling. So we'll find out. People like it.
What's the secret to longevity and friendship and, you know, coming full circle, seeing the both of you sitting here? I mean, it brings back, I mean, for any of our viewers, their own memories, Tom and Larry.
Good lawyers.
It's like, I think I could sum it up quite frankly. Think of your best friend and hanging out with them. That's exactly what it is, and it just happens to be all those years on the radio and now on the internet at TomandLarry.ca. Same thing, hanging out with your best friend, you got the chemistry, you always have fun together, you always, you know, telling bad jokes with each other, and it's as simple as that. It really is.
It's not complicated.
Yeah. Well, both of you have the last words. Anything you'd like to tell your fans out there?
We want to tell our fans to tell other people that know of us that haven't found us yet to join us at TomandLarry.ca. You can listen anytime you want. That's another beautiful thing about this medium. You can catch up on old episodes, and you can listen. I mean, unlike you know, traditional radio where it's here and it's gone, you can actually pause if you get interrupted and come back and listen to the rest of the boys. You know, want to get that story. We heard from somebody who was cutting the grass with their headphones on. Right, and they were listening to the show, killing themselves laughing, and the neighbors were going to commit them, right? And they didn't know that they were listening to the show.
Yeah, so if you get tired of us yapping, just pause, come back to us later. You know.
Pause, go get a glass of water or whatever, and come back.
And thank you for listening. We love doing what we do. We really do.
Well, we love you guys. TomandLarry.ca. For Backstage 30, I'm Tracy Koga.
We're back again tomorrow.